Hey, hen, what you working on?
Hi, beautiful. We're about to mount the transmission in, but before we do that, we have to put in a pilot bushing. And some people use a pilot bearing, which is an inner sleeve, steel outer sleeve, needle bearings. Save yourself some trouble, just use a pilot bushing, which is made out of oil-like bronze. But you do have to look out. Here's two Chevrolet pilot bushings. Looks similar, but you can tell a little difference in color. One of them is true oil-like bronze. The other has some centered iron in it, and notice that it's magnetic. So these are the cheaper ones, or ones I do not care for. I want the centered bronze. That's oil-like bronze. That's the one to use, and you can tell it's not magnetic. This one is magnetic. So I would stay away from that. That's just for sample. Also, if you're using a mid-plate in the car, they come in different lengths. There's a few places that sell extra long. Notice that it has a head on it and presses in, gives you extra length for the makeup for the width of your mid-plate. This one, if you notice, is for using for the crank register, the large register, which your torque converter normally sets in and is guided in. This one is used for the large crank register. These go into the small crank register, but I have seen cranks that are not finished machined for a pilot bushing inside in the small diameter of the crank. So one thing to do, always make sure your pilot bushing fits. This is an 18 spline Mopar input. These are machined for the larger diameter. Notice this is a Chevrolet 1 1/8" 26. This will not go on. So always verify that your pilot bushing will go onto your input shaft first before you stick it in the car. Also, a good idea is to mock up your bell housing or scatter shield onto the motor with nothing in it, and then bolt up your transmission and look at your engagement through the throw-out bearing arm window. You can look at your engagement and how far this goes into the crank, and whether you need to use one that goes off the large register. Like this situation, it's a little modified. I need to use either an extra long bushing or one that goes into large crank register, because it does not engage as deep. Plus we're using a mid plate also. Does not engage as deep as a factory stock setup for a Chevrolet. So that's it, a little bit on your pilot bushing tech. So we'll move on, but one thing we have to do, let me see that phone.
I thought you were going to say like and subscribe.
Well, we can do that too.
Oh, yeah.
Come here.
The camera off.
The camera girl, look at there. Look, shake that tail, shake that tail.
I'm in my pajamas. Off. Turn it off.